Hey guys, this is Jenny, and today is our slow flow class. And we're going to be doing our moon salutation today, since we just had that super pink full moon, which was super impactful for me energetically. It really had a lot of energy moving. I did not feel so hot yesterday. I wasn't very happy. I was kind of fussy. And that's all part of energy moving. Sometimes it doesn't always feel great. And so we're going to be doing our moon salutations today to really honor that energy of the moon. That energy of the moon is the most potent 2 to 3 days before and after that full moon. So we're still enjoying and experiencing that movement of energy from the full moon. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about being misunderstood. And that's something that I experience a lot personally myself. And it's something that actually used to hurt my feelings a whole lot. Because when you feel like you're doing things for the quote unquote right reasons for yourself and for your family and all of those kinds of things, it hurts for other people not to see why you choose to do certain things, or that to judge the way you look or the way you express yourself or whatever it may be. And something that I've really learned in my life experience, and I'm continuing to learn in deeper levels, is that being misunderstood is actually kind of a badge of honor. Being misunderstood means that there's nobody like you that has really existed before. Maybe you're like some other people that have been marginalized or pushed on the edge of society because they're not what people would consider to be quote unquote normal or digestible, you know what I mean, for other people and for society. And I was reading a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he says, is it so bad then to be misunderstood? Pythagoras was misunderstood, Socrates and Jesus, and Luther and Copernicus and Galileo and Newton, and every pure, wise spirit that ever took flesh. To be great is to be misunderstood. And when we're misunderstood, all that really simply means is that other people don't get us, right? They don't understand us. We're different. And so they, in a way to make sense of us, they would label us as other. And that just means that we're the change makers. We're the dreamers. We're the doers. We're the people who are out there doing the work of creating the change and moving things forward. We're part of that pact of people who want to see the positive change. And so we're taking the actions and doing the things necessary to access that. And it's really other people are just putting their perceptions, they're imposing their perceptions on who and what they interpret us to be. And that's all based off of a whole lot of assumption. A whole lot of assumption based off of the small fractional parts of us that they get to experience on a personal level. And I want us to start learning to never apologize for other people misunderstanding who or what we are. And not only to not apologize for it, but to not allow it to limit us and the way that we show up in this world. Limited people who are stuck themselves, cannot comprehend big spirit. They can't comprehend that totally different energetic expression. And to be great, we have to be willing to be mocked, sometimes even hated and misunderstood. And then, it's through staying in our strength and remembering who and what we are that we access the beauty. If we just leave the wholeness of who and what we are and how we express ourselves just to make ourselves more palatable and more digestible for the general public, we're not just leaving ourselves, we're leaving everything that we're meant to do here, all of the ways that we're meant to express ourselves. And we're always going to be misunderstood to some degree. Always. And, if you feel the need to explain yourself to some of those people who deserve an explanation, that's okay. But leave it up to the rest of everybody else, to their freedom to make the assumptions. That doesn't define you. Other people's assumptions about you, that's not your truth. That's not the definitive aspect of your being. So let them do that. Let them do those things. Because in your authenticity, no matter what other people say or don't say about us, or how they recognize us, or doubting our worth or the beauty of our truth, refusing to see the beauty of our truth, that does not take away from our ability to shine. That does not take away from our ability to really light up this time and space. That has no impact on our ability to create positive change and to see amazing new shifts happen. So I'd rather be weird. I'd rather be misunderstood than to be accepted, than to be considered normal or mediocre or average, forgettable on some level, right? If I stand out in somebody's mind, even if it's because they think I'm a total weirdo, that's okay. That could have some kind of impact on them. And I'm only here to assist and uplift, to offer inspiration and hope. And so if I leave some kind of impact on you in some way, perhaps you'll also relate those other aspects of my being to that remembrance as well, right? There is beauty. There's so much beauty in being rejected and misunderstood. It teaches you to come back to yourself. It teaches you to always access what you need from within. It teaches you to create a safe space within your own being to retreat to come back to, and to gain the sustenance that you need, to draw in that energy of the universal well of everything that exists to support you and sustain you and uplift you. It takes you back inside. It takes you deeper into your connection with divinity, God, Great Spirit. It takes you closer and closer to that space of total acceptance, unequivocal, love, and no desire for us to change at all, right? We get to be fully and completely and wholly ourselves. So somebody else's inability to love me, somebody else's inability to understand me, that does not mean that I'm unlovable. That does not mean there are people who will not understand me. That does not mean any of those things. Maybe it means that I am not in my community. Maybe it means that I'm trying to pigeonhole myself into a community that's not meant for me. Maybe it means that I'm so upset about being misunderstood that I'm trying to force people to see who and what I am. And that's just wasted time and energy that I could be focusing back on myself, on building my own strength, on investing in my own being, shedding more light and love into every aspect of my experience possible. So stop letting other people define you by their misunderstandings of who you are. Start always moving from your own space, moving from your own vibration. Don't shift your vibration to meet those around you, even if they're misunderstanding you, even if they don't get you. You stay strong in your own deep vibration, and can you continue to shine your light from within that vibratory space, because that is the most beautiful thing that we can do for the entire world, for the entire universe. So today, I just want us to really know that it's okay to be misunderstood. It's not only okay, it's kind of a badge of honor. I'm a change maker, I'm a doer, I'm a dreamer. I'm one of the ones who dares to be different, who dares to be misunderstood, who dares to do things in a way that other people don't get it, and to understand that they don't have to, and that it's not going to take away one damn thing from who and what I am for other people not to see it, for other people not to get it. Thinking about how many artists live their entire lives painting and creating these beautiful works of art. Not one person appreciated it or understood it the way that they did until they passed away. How many artists die before their work is fully appreciated and understood? This is not something that's been uncommon. This is not something new. This is something that's been going on for so many millennia. I mean, just people don't always understand. And that's totally okay, because they're only seeing from their limited perception. So that's why we continue moving forward. We continue to expand our own mind. We continue to share our ideals. We continue to do the work. We continue to create the positive change and leave that legacy behind, that legacy that's worth leaving. So today during our practice, and we're honoring the moon during our practice, I really want us to just sink into that and remember too that the most misunderstood people, the people who are the most marginalized, the people who are most pushed out onto the fringe, are often the reason that most people feel so loved, so welcome, so seen, so heard, so supported, so loved, so valued, because we know what it's like to not be seen. We know what it's like to not be supported or valued. We know what it's like to be in those shoes. And so we have this deep desire to share that with the people around us. We want to lift people up. We want them to feel seen. We want them to feel loved and appreciated and heard, all of that stuff. So let that be that fuel that gives you the ability to do more of that for the people around you. I may not always feel seen and heard and valued, but I'm going to make sure I do that to the people that I share my life experience with. I'm going to make sure the people in my life feel seen and heard. We have that deep, deep, deep availability within our being to make other people feel that same beauty, that same light. So, it is a gift in so many ways. And so I want us to really shift our perspective today about what it means to be misunderstood in those areas where we felt misunderstood, where we felt resentful, where we felt angry or frustrated or whatever it may be. Let's release our frustrations today. Let's let go of that sadness. Let's let go of the pain of being misunderstood and grasp onto the beauty of it, and to really take that as that cue of, I'm a change maker. I'm a rebel. I am one of those people who's here to see other people and value them and make them feel so loved and heard and witnessed and experienced and supported. So let's just shift our focus today. Let go of any of that resentment, any of that pain or frustration that we've had in the past of not being seen and felt heard. Am I doing it right now? Is there a place in my life where I'm currently experiencing that? How can I let go of that resentment? How can I shift myself into a different perception that shows that I am this beautiful being and I'm still sharing all of these incredible things with the people around me? So let's start by coming into our body, closing our eyes in our easy seated posture so that we can start our class. And just breathing into the body. Every inhalation, we're opening up that channel, connection to divinity, that God energy, breathing in that cosmic creation of everything that exists. And with every exhalation, letting go. All the frustration, all the resentment, all of the fear of not being seen, all of the anger from being misunderstood. With every inhalation, as we open up that cosmic portal to that divine energy, source energy, great spirit energy, accessing the beauty of who and what we are right now in this moment, feeling into that unconditional love. The pride of being one of the brave ones who's willing to be the change maker, the changer, the doer. To be one of the ones who gets to anchor in energy into the earth, creating more availability for those around us to experience it. And continuing to exhale and let go of everything. It is not that total loving acceptance and allowance, unconditional love. Allow it to fall away into the earth, that beautiful Mother Earth that rises up to support us and sustain us. That ultimate transmuter, allowing her to take those energies that are no longer serving us and turn them into something more life-affirming. Same way she takes manure and turns it into a beautiful garden, flowers, or vegetables to eat. Other people's opinions about you do not define you. Other people's opinions about you are not your truth. You access your truth from inside the safe space of your own being. more room for more prana, more of that life force energy in your body by dropping the shoulders back and down, creating length in the spine, tucking the chin ever so slightly back and down so that you have that beautiful long line of the body. Sits bones anchored into the earth beneath you. Remembering this is my time. This is my place. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely, dropping the chin to the chest, and begin to take those super slow, gentle neck circles in whatever direction feels most comfortable and safe. Never forcing or pressing, pausing, breathing into any of those areas where you're feeling any tension or resistance. Moving super slow, remembering there's no rush, always so gentle on the neck. Deep gratitude for all of the work that neck does. Excuse me, sorry. Next time you find your chin towards the chest, take that rotation in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fully and completely. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. We're going to begin that Sufi grind. Take it in the same direction you started those gentle neck circles. Rotating the entirety of your upper body around the base of those sits bones that are anchoring you into the earth. Inhaling from the front to the back. And exhaling from the back to the front. One more rotation. And then the next time you find yourself towards the front, take it in the opposite direction. And then inhale back to center. Back into that easy seated posture. Breathing into the body for a moment. Present. And just remember for your practice to always really take care of yourself during your yoga practice. Take a drink of water when you need a drink of water, towel off when you need to towel off. Never pressing into pain, tingling, or numbness. Slowly opening up those eyes whenever you're ready. We're going to lengthen through our legs here so that they're directly out in front of us. Take those hands, gently rest them at the top of the thighs, palms of the hands are face down. Inhale, come long through the spine. Exhale, drop those fingertips down those legs, all the way down towards the ankles and feet. You can grasp onto the back of the feet if that feels comfortable and safe. If not, just resting those hands at whatever point on the thighs or shin bones you need to. And then just pause in this posture and breathe into your body as you gaze at the toes. Keeping that spine straight. We don't want to be hunched over or rounded through the back. You want to keep that spine super straight. And breathe into your body. Super slow and gentle. Inhale and rise up. Draw those palms back up towards the hip crease. Breathe into the body. Take a deep inhalation and exhalation. Keep that right leg extended, and you're going to bend your left leg and press the sole of the foot into the inner thigh of your right leg. You're going to take the palm of your hand, both palms of your hand, to the top of the right thigh. Inhale deeply, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, release those fingers all the way down towards the ankles and feet, grasping onto that foot if it feels safe and comfortable for your practice. If not, rest the hand on the thigh or on the shin bones. Never resting the hands on the joints, the knee or the ankle. Keep the spine nice and straight and long. Breathing into the body. Inhale, rise up. Draw those palms of the hands back up towards the hip crease. We're going to lengthen through the left leg this time. Bending the right leg. Place the sole of the foot to the interior thigh of the left leg. Twist your spine so that your heart space is in alignment with that left leg. Placing the palms of your hands face down towards the hip crease. Inhale and lengthen through your spine. Exhale, release those fingertips all the way down towards the foot and ankle. And breathing into the body, gazing over the toes. Inhale, rise up. Draw the palms of the hands back up towards the hip crease. Stretch out through both legs and pedal them out for a moment here. We're going to do it one more time with that forward fold. So take those hands face down towards the top of the hip crease. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, dropping the shoulders back and down. Exhale, releasing those fingertips all the way down. See if you can take it a little bit deeper this time. And keep your spine straight, not hunched or rounded through the shoulders, but a nice straight spine. And then inhale, rise up. Cross those legs, arm yourself into that easy seated position. We're going to inhale, lift up to our left arm and reach across to the right side. You can bend through that right elbow to facilitate that movement, but keep your sits bones both grounded and rooted into the earth. You don't want to lift up away that left glute from the earth. You want to keep it planted into the earth. Rotate that left shoulder, that upper shoulder, back and down so that the heart space is exposed. Close the eyes and breathe into the body for a moment. You can even do a gentle pulsing here. We're going to take it to the opposite side. Release that left hand back down into the earth. Reach up through the right arm. Take it across. Reach those fingertips towards the left wall, bending through that left arm to facilitate whatever gentle movement you need, or remaining in stillness. You can close those eyes and breathe into the body. Inhale back up. Release those fingers down on the exhalation. Keep those fingertips grounded into the earth and breathe into the body for a moment. Take those hands in front of those shin bones. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees from that easy seated posture. Take a moment to come into that tabletop position by stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists, hips on top of your knees. Take some gentle twisting movements here, gazing over the left shoulder and then the right, or shifting your hips from side to side. Just listen to your body ease into this posture. Then come back into your tabletop, back into the stillness of your posture. Tent those palms. Most of the pressure is going to be in your fingertips and the base of the palm. Nice, long, straight center line of the body from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head, and gaze is between those hands. We're going to come into our cat-cow stretch. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine, tuck the tailbone and the chin. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. And just continue on. Warming up that spine, pressing that cerebrospinal fluid into all of those little nooks and crannies. Facilitating that movement. Nourishing the spine. All of the things that it's responsible for, which is so practically all of the functions of your body. So much of how we function in this human body. And taking responsibility for that place by taking care of it and engaging in those movements that are necessary to move that spinal fluid. Because that cerebrospinal column is one of the only areas that doesn't have its own pump to move that fluid, so we have to do it with that manual manipulation, manual movements. Come back into your tabletop position. Curl your toes under, press the hips into the sky for your downward facing dog, releasing those heels down towards the back floor. Breathing into the body. Releasing the weight of the crown of the head, pressing the belly towards the thighs, gaze towards the shins. Inhale and gaze towards those hands. Step or float towards the top of the mat. Keeping those feet about hips width distance apart. Pick up those toes and gently rest them back into the earth, starting with your pinky toe, working down all the way towards the big toe, creating space in between every toe as you release it down into the earth. Take those pinkies into opposite elbows, or keep those fingers gently resting into your mat. Allowing for some movement here, or remaining in stillness. Remembering this is your practice, so do whatever it is that feels good on your body today. What do I love? Expand into that sensation, expand into that feeling. Release those hands down into the earth. Then engage your core and use the strength of that space to inhale and rise up. Drawing those arms overhead. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, lift those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, swan diving forward, super slow with grace and ease. Inhale, half lift. Crown of the head shining towards the front of the room. Thumbs are gently resting in the breastbone. Exhale, release those fingertips into the earth and rise up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms come overhead. And exhale, diving forward. One more time. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, release those hands. Inhale, roll up vertebra by vertebra, drawing those arms into the sky. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips rise into the sky, and exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop those fingertips into the earth. Pedal out those knees for a moment. Every movement you take in your yoga practice, you're building the strength of your physical, your magnetic, your emotional, your mental being. You're working towards the investment of building that stronger, fullest, most beautiful expression of your own self. Releasing both heels, those feet into the earth. Inhale, rising up, finding that Tadasana, or mountain pose. Hands in prayer pose. Thumbs anchored in the breastbone for your Tadasana. Arms are at the side of the body. Palms of the hands are face forwards. Fingers are spread wide for your mountain pose. Just listen to your body and take whichever version of that posture feels best today. We're going to move through 3 sun salutations, continuing to build our energy for the rest of our practice, so that we can then honor the moon with our moon salutations. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, fingertips rise up. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Inhaling, half lift. Exhale, release those hands into the mat. Step or float back into your plank posture. Shoulders are stacked on top of the wrist. Heels are drawn towards the back wall. Legs are together. Keep the elbows in towards the body. As you release the heart space, the thighs, the belly, all the way down into the earth. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Stepping or floating towards those hands 2 more times. Inhaling, rising up. Exhale, cactus it out. Inhale, arms come overhead. And exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop those hands into the earth. Step or float back into your plank. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. One more time at your own pace. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step it forward, meet in that mountain pose or Tadasana posture. Take a moment to collect yourself and breathe into your body. We're going to come into our Garudasana, our eagle posture, before we move into those moon salutations. Inhale, we're going to bend through the knees and open up those great big eagle wings. Exhale, take that right hand in front of the face. Fingertips are pointing upward into the sky. Drop the left arm underneath. Twist them around each other, palms come to touch. Or you can gently rest your hands on opposite shoulders. Just listen to the body. Rounding through that right leg, lifting up through the left, cross it over the right. You can tuck those toes back behind that calf or let that foot hang. You can kickstand with those toes to create a little bit more stability in this posture. Lift up through your elbows, draw them away from the heart space, and gaze at the hands. Inhale, fly out of that eagle. Take a moment to flap those wings, work out any of that energy or tension in your shoulders so that we can take it to the opposite side. Pedal out those legs if you need to. Then grounding back through those feet. Take a gentle bend in those knees. Open up through those eagle wings. This time we're taking it to the opposite side. Left arm comes in front of the face. Right arm drops underneath. Wrap the arms around to twist. Palms come to touch, or resting those hands on opposite shoulders. Lifting up through the right leg this time. Twist it around back. Lift the elbows away from the heart. Focus on the squeeze. Balancing out both sides of the body, the pranic and aponic energies. Sink into it a little bit deeper if you can. Keep that pelvis tucked underneath. Inhale, fly out of it. Flap those wings, rotate those shoulders. Do what you need to do to release any tension from that particular exercise. We're going to move into our moon salutations. Arms come overhead. Take those hands to clasp. Thumbs are going to cross over each other, and just whatever feels natural here, whichever thumb feels most natural on top of the other. Reaching those fingertips into the sky. Inhale deeply, and then exhale, hinging towards the right side, dropping your fingertips towards the right wall. Biceps are framing the head. And breathe into the body. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, drop it down to the other side, hinging towards the left side this time. Fingertips drop towards the left wall. And breathing into the body, arms are nice and straight and long. Biceps are framing the ears. Inhale up, back to center, reach those fingertips into the sky, and then exhale. Take them towards the back wall with grace and ease. If it feels safe on your neck, release your gaze behind you as you lift your chin into the sky. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Drop those hands into your heart center. We're going to step it out here into a wide-legged posture. Your heels are going to be grounded into the earth. Toes are pointed out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, we're going to bend through those knees, dropping your tailbone towards the earth. Keep that pelvis tucked in underneath the body. You don't want this pelvis tucked back and out. Open up through the arms so that the palms of the hands are forward towards the front of the room. Sink it a little bit deeper and breathe into your body for that goddess pose. Breathe into the body. Hold it a little bit longer than you think you can. Resist the urge to leave posture. It's okay to shake. Inhale up. Keep those toes cocked out at that 45-degree angle. Reach out through those fingertips for your five-pointed, prostrated five-pointed star. Can you get that out? Close your eyes. Breathe into the body. Heart space is radiating forward. Inhale deeply. You're going to take your left toes forward. So that left foot forward now. And you're going to take your right toes and point them towards the right wall. That heel of that front foot, that right foot, should be dissecting the arch or in alignment with the heel of the back foot. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Release those fingertips down for that Trikonasana. You can take those fingertips down towards the interior arch of the right foot, or you can draw it a little bit higher towards the center of the shin, wherever it is that feels comfortable and safe. Rotate through that upper body, drawing that left shoulder back and down, exposing the heart. Take a couple deep breaths. Exhale, you're going to release that left hand down. You frame your right foot with both hands. You're going to pivot on that back foot so that that back heel is planted into the mat and your left toes are a 45-degree angle towards the edge of your mat now. You're going to release your forehead and your nose down towards your knee. Inhale, you're going to lift that head up away from that knee. You're going to bend that front knee, and you're going to step back with that left leg so that you're in a low lunge posture. You're going to release that left knee down into the earth, and then uncurl those toes. The top of the foot is resting into the mat. You're going to take those hands in front of you, cross the thumb over each other. Fingers are pointed towards that front wall. Use your core strength to inhale, rise up. Reach those fingertips upward into the sky, pressing the heart space forward. Gaze at the hands if it feels safe on the neck. And breathe into the body. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release those hands to frame that foot. Curl the back toes under, press the hips up into the sky. You're going to walk those hands in front of your right foot. So keep them there in front of that right foot. Drop your glutes down towards the right heel. You can keep that left foot grounded into the earth, or you can lift those toes up. Draw those hands into your heart center if that feels comfortable and safe. Focusing on that drishti gaze, that one point of soul focus on the wall in front of you, on the floor. Breathe. Exhale, release those hands to frame the right leg. Inhale, press the hips up into the sky. Walk those hands underneath your heart space. You're going to walk those feet together a little more than hips width distance apart. Toes are going to be pointed out at a 45-degree angle towards the corners of your mat. Then exhale, release the glutes down towards the heels, down towards the earth. Take those elbows inside of those knees, hands in prayer pose. You can shift those hips side to side here, or you can remain in stillness. Anchoring that tailbone towards the earth, breathe into the body, spine is nice and long. Strong center line of the body for that energy to move. Resting in this Malasana posture. Releasing those hands into the earth on your next exhalation. Inhale, press the glutes up into the sky. Walk those feet back out, that wide-legged forward fold. Toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Or actually, toes are going to be forward. Walk those hands in front of your left leg. Drop the glutes down towards the heels for your Skandasana. Take the same expression of this posture on this side as you did on the opposite side. Breathing into the body. Exhale, release those hands down into the earth. Press those glutes up into the sky. Pivot on those feet. Back toes are out towards the edge of your mat at a 45-degree angle. Front toes are forward towards the front wall. Come down on the knee. Uncurl the toes. Hands come into prayer pose. Cross the thumbs over each other. Inhale, rise up. Use your core strength. Reach those fingertips overhead into the sky. Exhale, release those hands to frame the foot. Curl the back toes under. Press the hips up. Drop that right foot into your mat, parallel to the back edge of the mat. Keep those toes pointed towards the front, the left side of the room. Open up for that Trikonasana. Inhale, rise up, five-pointed Prasarita, five-pointed star. Keep trying to say that backwards. Toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Arms are open wide. Bend those knees. Sink it down. Goddess pose. Keep those elbows lifted. Breathing into the body, keep the pelvis tucked underneath your body, rooting the tailbone towards the earth. Sink it a little bit lower. Inhale, rise up. Reach those arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Releasing the weight of the crown of the head into the earth. Walk those feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale and rise up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips rise into the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release those hands into the earth. Drop the glutes into the mat. Stretch the legs out long in front of you. Reach those arms out in front of you. Palms are facing towards each other. Use your core strength to release your spine. Vertebra by vertebra. Easy with grace and ease. Down into the earth. Release the arms to the side of the body. And breathe. Inhale, take those knees into the chest. Holding on to just the right leg. Lifting up through the left. Exhale, super slow. Take it down into the earth. Reaching out through the right arm. Left hand comes outside of the right knee and pulls it across. Gazing over the left or the right fingertips if it feels safe on your neck. Otherwise, keeping a neutral gaze. Closing the eyes and breathing into the body. Untwist. Take the knees back into the chest. Hold on to the left leg. Inhale, lift up through the right. Exhale, super slow. Take it down into the earth. Reach out through your left arm. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee and pulls it across the body, gazing over the left fingertips if it feels safe. Untwisting that spine, take the knees back into the chest whenever you're ready. Grasping onto the outside edges of those feet. Knees come into the elbows. Taking those gentle rocking motions from side to side or back and forth. Kicking out one leg and then the other. Get playful with your practice, experimental, figuring out what do you love, what feels amazing, what do you not love, so that you can expand into more of what you do love. Take any last postures you might need to complete your practice today that we may not have covered, or finding your final Shavasana posture. Lengthening through the legs, allow the feet to fall to the side, arms framing the body, palms of the hands are face up to receive or face down to ground. Find that perfect, most comfortable Shavasana posture and find your breath. It's one of the bravest things you can do in risking being misunderstood. But it's so worth it. Remember that people only understand from their level of perception. So it is not personal. Everything another person experiences is filtered through their own wounds, their own trauma, their own limitations, their own internal barriers and glass ceilings that they've created for themselves. But do not allow you to live your life according to somebody else's limitations. You will stunt your growth, stunt your expansion, Starve the world of your unique experience as this human being and all of the things that you have to offer from that place. Remember to allow that experience of being misunderstood to give you more of a reason to make other people feel seen, welcomed, valued, heard, loved, and supported. Being brave isn't a bad thing. It means you're brave enough to be yourself. And just like Ralph Waldo Emerson said, is it so bad then to be misunderstood? Pythagoras was misunderstood, and Socrates, and Jesus, and Luther, and Copernicus, and Galileo, and Newton, and every pure and wise spirit that ever took flesh. To be great is to be misunderstood. And who are you to starve the world of your greatness? It's what you came here to do. To be that fullest, most vibrant expression of your own being that you can possibly be. So don't miss out on the chance to do it. Take every opportunity to sink into your own being and express yourself in the most authentic way you know how, no matter what other people think. Continue to breathe into the body. Allow the inhalation to get deeper. The exhalation more complete. Even if you wanted to hide your own unique expression, you couldn't. You express it in your very vibration of being. Your spirit communicates it through your energetic expression. And at 23, 25, however many miles of our heart radius that extends out of our human body, carries that truth. So stop hiding. Stop fearing being misunderstood. And say yes to your truth. Super, super slow and gentle. Start to wiggle those fingers and toes. Wrap the hands around the wrists of the feet, around the ankles. A little bit deeper movement in the limbs. Taking any stretching that you might need. Full body stretches, cat stretches. And then whenever you're ready, draw the knees into the chest. Rock and roll on the spine several times. Don't rush. And then draw yourself upright into a comfortable seated posture. We're going to finish our practice today with 3 long set noms. I am truth. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. I claim. I affirm that statement to be true. Take those hands in prayer pose. Tuck the thumbs into the breastbone. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and completely. And then inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Satnam. Satnam. Namaste. The truth of who and what I am honors, sees, values, respects, holds space for the truth and the beauty of your own unique expression. And I'm so grateful for you showing up every day in that vulnerability, in that authenticity, ready to do the work of being responsible for who and what we are so that we can live our very best lives possible. I appreciate you guys more than you know. I'm so thankful for you joining me every week. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time.